Well, hello everyone, and welcome back at Chala from Crafting Through the Chaos of Life. Thank you so much for joining me for another video. We are here with Margaret Miller Monday and Roxy's weekly challenge. Week 10 for that, and week 11 for Margaret Miller. I want to preface this video by saying I'm sorry there wasn't videos that I missed 2 videos last week, and this week is kind of a little bit off in terms that Whip Wednesday is actually a video that I had recorded for last week, but I just couldn't get it posted. I had the video done and I just literally could not get back into my craft room to get it posted, just because as you guys know, I struggle with some mental health issues, anxiety, depression. I get overwhelmed sometimes due to my anxiety, and there's just been a lot going on, and my brain literally just, it gets to a point, it just shuts down, my body shuts down, and I just cannot function. So that's kind of what happened. So I know you guys come here to kind of escape you know, maybe those things in your life, and I'm sorry that I bring it up, but I do want to be transparent, and I do think to a degree that it is helpful knowing that if you are experiencing that you're not the only one. And yeah, so I just wanted to be, honest that I am human and crap goes on. So I do apologize. I have recorded Friday's video already, and Wednesday's was recorded last week, which didn't get posted. So things might be a little out of whack for this week, but hang in there with me, guys. I'll get it together. It's all on the up and up. We all have those days, right? So let's get into this. I have already backed these pages just with some digitals that I had laying around that I've been, wanting to use. I love them so much. I'm like, oh, I want to use these in a project, something for myself. And I'm like, yeah, this Margaret Miller collage binder is what I'm going to use it on. That makes perfect sense. So I have backed that. Back your papers with whatever you want. Our prompts for this week are, R is, whatever, language, English, it's all good. So we need an object that makes a familiar sound, something found in space, an art scrap, something soft, a set of 3 of something, and the bonus is tissue paper or napkin. Okay, so let's start with an object that makes a familiar sound. Well, for me, I was kind of going through my antiquarian sticker book. If you don't have one of these, not to worry, you can actually get a lot of these images just out of, free magazines that you can pick up, or at least I can pick up at my grocery store. Sometimes they have free magazines that you can just grab on the way out. There's lots of great images in there. I get AMA books because I'm an AMA member, and they send out magazines, Costco. Use those things. Kids, old, books, whatever you have on hand, find those images there. I like this one just because they're fun, they're whimsical, and it was just something that I really wanted for myself. It was a book that I treated myself, but it is not necessary. Okay, you guys don't have to spend stuff to do this hobby, right? We don't. I mean, all we really need to spend money on is glue and paper, really, at the end of the day. However, with that said, these are the items that I kind of came up with. Was an object that makes a familiar sound to me is a clock or a watch. That ticking is just been going on in my head lately. Just time's just ticking away, and that is a familiar sound. So I have this, and then there's also some more here. These kind of like grandfather-like clocks, which I love. And I mean, I'm going to do 3 because it could also work for a set of 3 of something, although I am going to try and incorporate something else as well, because me personally, I feel like I'm kind of cheating if I'm using the same thing to fulfill multiple prompts. I want to try and make sure that I have something for each prompt separately, but it's kind of fun to kind of work in, whatever you can. Hopefully that makes sense. So yeah, I have those clocks. Then something found in space. I did have another image here that I liked. And so it's going to be this sticker which has the sun, the moon, and the stars, right? Those are items in space. And then I also have this little piece of ephemera that it is lunar landscape, new Earth. So something found in space is obviously, you know, stars, planets, the moon. Somehow I'll incorporate that as well. An art scrap, I have this little piece here that I just did some paste, what do you call that? 3D paste and a stencil, and then I just did some painting, and it's literally just a scrap of art paper, so that works, or it's an art scrap. Something soft, I pulled out this piece in the fabrics that my mom gave me. It is like a piece of, kind of felt like, I don't know, it's cotton, it's a sweatpant material type thing, that's what I'll call it. So it's, yeah, I like it, it's soft. And yeah, I think I'm going to make that a belly band. I think that might be fun. Then we have a set of 3 of something. Well, I showed you the clocks, but I also thought it might be fun to put 3 brads on here. That could work. And then bonus tissue paper or napkin. I have been hoarding some tissue paper that I used to get my design team member supplies or orders from Scrap and Stamp Canada. And it was like these metallic polka dot tissue paper, and I loved it, and I kept some of it, and I just have a little piece here of that. We'll incorporate this as well. Not sure how this is all going to come together, but that's okay. It's the process, it's enjoying it, it's exercising that creative muscle of ours. So let's start off with the very first prompt. You know, start at the very beginning. It's a very good place to start, as Mary Poppins said, no, not Mary Poppins. Mary Poppins. Okay, I digress. An object that makes a familiar sound. Okay, let's get our clocks on there. I am not going to spend too much time thinking about this. I'm just going to get them down. One main reason is because we still have Roxy's weekly challenge to get to. And I briefly looked at that video and I'm mentally struggling with it because I'm not sure I fully understand. So we'll see how that goes. But I just need a little more time with that. Okay, let's put this clock right here. Yeah, we're just going to put that there. And then we're going to put these tick-tock clocks. Where'd you go, tick-tock clocks? There you are. These kind of grandfather clocks. Where do I want you? Let's pull you. Wow, these are not that sticky at all. So if you are, words, if you do have this book, you'll want to add a little bit of extra adhesive to the back of these stickers because they are not as sticky as, well, I would particularly like them to be. So let's put this here. I feel like that's good. And then maybe, you know what, maybe we'll just do the 2. I think we'll just do the 2. Okay, so we've got that. Something found in space. I want this to go here, and then I have this sticker as well. Let's just take this, put some glue on it, and figure out where we are going to stick it down. So I hope you're all doing well. I didn't ask, I'm sorry, that was rather rude of me. And big welcome to new subscribers. Again, I've had an increase, so thank you all very much. We are creeping ever so close to that 1,000 subscriber mark, which is exciting, so that I can do a giveaway for you all. Let's put you here. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I got to go through and get myself organized on that, on what I want to do. So, okay, let's put that book away for now. We're done with that. We will glue this bad boy down. And here we go. So yeah, with all of my confessions out there, I am interested in knowing what you guys do when you feel overwhelmed. How do you relieve your stress? Now, usually I like crafting is my therapy. I say it's my stress relief, it's my happy place, but sometimes my brain is just so overwhelmed I can't even do that. So what are your what's your advice, I guess, to get out of your funk or when you're feeling overwhelmed? Let's take a look. I've actually got a motivation. What is our motivation for today? Blessings come at you from all directions. You never know who or what will unexpectedly make your life better. Oh, that's actually really good. I kind of needed to hear that today. So it's funny how those things do come along when you really need them. Okay, so we've got the stuff from space, an art scrap. I feel like just ripping that maybe right here. And yeah, again, I don't want to spend too much time overthinking this. I just need to get in the process of putting stuff down on paper, and then things start to flow for me. You know, I was talking with my husband last night. I'm like, oh, I just, you know, I really want to go downstairs and create, but it feels so overwhelming to even think about doing that. And he's like, you know, just go down there and sit for a bit, which I appreciate, because that is true. Once you get down, once I come down here and I just kind of start shuffling things around, moving things around, it starts to, that creativity, ooh, let's speak properly here, starts to flow again. And, you know, this whole process of collaging, kind of just doing mindless collage, definitely helps as well, just to kind of kickstart that process again. Okay, an art scrap, we've got that something soft. And I want to put this on this side, but before I do that, I want to do my something, 3 of something. So what do we have here? I think these came from Temu, that one order of Temu. I think I did a Temu haul of it. So let's see. Not like I needed these, but they were super cheap. So we've got some A's, we've got some B's. Oh, this is cool. This actually has, looks like a moon on it, moon and stars. That's cool because that fits with our space theme. Look at that. Love it when things work out. That doesn't really go. Oh, cute little owl. I love owls. If you don't know, I really love owls. What is this one? This one kind of looks spoon-like. My eyes are so bad, I don't even know what that one is. Can you guys see what that is? What does that look like to you? I have no clue. I'm going to have to take a picture of it and blow it up just so I could tell. Oh, what's this one? This one kind of looks cool. Oh, sale by druggists only. For sale by druggists. Oh, that's kind of cool. Let's put that one on there. And I don't know if I really feel like a B. The letter B. I'm not feeling that. That one's kind of cool. Let's do that. Okay. 3 of something. 3 Brads. That's what we're going to go with. All right, so let's put this one in the middle, and I think I'm going to need a pokey tool of some sort to make a hole in there. So let's try and find the middle. I mean, it doesn't really have to be the middle, but kind of like it when things are a little bit even. Somewhat middle. Okay, so there's that. That's not the one, we want this one. Is that going to go through? There we go. I really like that brad. I want more of these type because it's got that vintage vibe to it. Let's see if we can turn you and fold those over. Okay, there's one. Let's put another one about here. I'm not really sure I'm going to be able to refine that hole, but oh, there. Yeah, it's going through. Okay. This one's got the sun, or the moon and the stars, sorry. Which is kind of cute. And then this one is just some decoration, some shape of and colors of some sort that my eye kind of liked. Okay. Get in there. Super. Now we need our friend Fabri-Tac to put that down. It's going to be a weird page, but that's okay. Again, I often find that, you know, I'll do something like this and I'm like, ugh, this is like terrible. I don't like it. I'll walk away, I'll come back to it, and then I'll be like, hey, that's actually kind of cool. Come on, my friend Fabri-Tac. Let's not do this. Yeah, I honestly feel like over the past couple weeks, just, you know, when what can go wrong will go wrong. That's literally just kind of, you know, how I felt. And there was a point where I'm like, am I being punked? Like, this much crap can't go on in this short period of time. Just, yeah, it all just seemed like too surreal. I'm like, this is too much drama for me. This is just too much to deal with. Okay. Hopefully that'll be enough. We'll put that about, let's actually put it here to cover the edge of that one art piece. Okay, that's in like so. Then we have a set of 3, something bonus tissue paper or napkin. I'll just put that there. Lots of circles going on this one, hey? That's kind of interesting. Oops, don't rip. Don't do that. Okay, where did my glue book go? There we go. Do not want this tissue paper to rip. This very carefully. Ooh. Okay, hold our breath. Let's put you right like that. There's our piece of tissue paper. All right, let's quickly go through this. I mean, it is not, I don't know. I guess it's okay. Not my favorite at the moment, but like I said, I'll walk away, I'll come back, and maybe I'll have a different thought. Okay, an object that makes a familiar sound. Clocks, ticking, dinging, all that sort of thing. Something found in space. We've got the moon and stars here, sun, moon, and stars, and some more planetary things. Space, done. An art scrap, check. We've got this piece here. Something soft, this piece of jogging fleece. Jogging fleece, that's what it's called. Jogging fleece fabric. That was my mom in my head. Thank you, Mom, for yelling that at me. A set of 3 of something. We've got 3 here. We ended up not doing 3 clocks, but that's okay because we've got these 3 brats. Bonus is tissue paper or a napkin and our piece of tissue paper here. This is going to slide in just like that, and bam, another one in the books. Okay, I am going to pause, do a 10-second tidy, and we will come back with Roxy's weekly challenge. Okay, I am back and I have some envelopes. Now, Rachel did use window envelopes like I have, but I think the person that she got this idea from did not. So you can use whatever envelopes your heart desires. The gist of this is we are kind of making a flip up pocket type deal with these envelopes. So like I said, I kind of got the gist of what Rachel did, but I may take it my own way. We're going to try to stick to it as close as possible. So to start with, I believe she measured 5 inches up from the bottom and then drew a line. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm just going to use, I know you're not going to be able to see, but I'm using my glass mat just to do that measuring. So 5 inches up from the bottom. And then same thing on this one. 5 inches is about there. And then we're just going to draw a line across. So using my T-ruler, there is about 5 inches there. So you're going to want scrap papers something to cover these with. We are covering them. And let's do, I think right about there. I think that's it. Oops, stuff moving on me. Okay. Then, what did she do? She had scissors, so scissors are good. Let's use these ones maybe. And then what did she do? She clipped. I think she only clipped, okay, so obviously these open up on the top, right? And then I do have a little bit of ripping, which we will have to repair. That'll be fine. We can work with that. So then what did she do? We want this to be hinged at the top here. So I think she did cut like a little notches. I don't really know why. I'm just going to go ahead and, oh, I guess on this side, yeah, a little bit of a notch, just so you can get in there, maybe, because the bottom is sealed, right? So let's give that a little, like just the tiniest of a nip there. I need longer scissors. Let's try these big ones, I guess. And I'm just going to cut just the top piece, right? I don't want to cut the back. I don't want to cut the bottom. We're just going to cut along that line. Again, this may or may not be the way that Rachel did it, but we don't have to do exactly what she did. We're just kind of going with the flow, taking that idea and make it your own if you want. No hard and fast rules on this, at least not in my world. Okay, so this is still sealed up here. Then I need this cut here. I want to keep this sealed because this is going to be our pocket. Yes. But we are going to refold this. This part here is not going to be folded. That's not where the flap is going to be. We're actually going to fold this down a little bit so it covers our pocket. Hang with me. It'll make sense, I think. I know it's always hard to kind of visualize when you don't have a finished project to look at, but I don't necessarily always like to go ahead and do this without you guys. I like to, I mean, I could have just done it this way and I probably would have gotten a neater cut. Yeah, let's just trim away just the teeniest bit here on the edge instead of trying to cut straight on that fold. Okay, so yeah, like I said, I don't, I want to kind of do this fresh with you guys so that if I do make any mistakes, you can see how I fix it. Okay. Ooh, I'm having a hot flash all of a sudden. Okay, so then these flip up now, right? Let's turn it back this way. This flips up. Okay. What I want to do now is I'm going to refold these so that it comes down like about to here. Fold down as far as you want. I just think, I mean, how many inches is that? It's about 1.25 inches from the bottom. And we'll just refold that because this is obviously going to be too tall for a page. Now let me just double check. Most of my journals, I do 8.5 by 11 folded in half. That, that's usually kind of the height. So we're looking at 8.5. I mean, this is obviously too big. And then this will be perfect because you can have these floating. You can just clip them to a page, but you do have to decorate the back side then all the way. We can glue it onto a page and have it a side pocket here. Could be a top pocket. You could just glue it down completely flat and just have it just this one pocket here, if you catch my drift. Okay. That's kind of what we're going for. And then now we're just at the decorating stage. Okay. So again, I'm going to refold this one. And again, maybe about here. I'm eyeballing it. I'm not having exact measurements. You do what works for you. Just like that. Okay, again, does not have to be a window envelope, but I kind of like the idea, and I have a lot of window envelopes from work. Yeah, those are pretty much the same size. Well done, me. Well done. Okay. Now we need to cover them. So get your scrap papers or whatever papers you want to use. I think I want to use one of these. This is like the same type of paper that I used for the backing of our, whatchamacallit, Margaret Miller. Okay, so let's trim this down. Where is my trimmer? Right in front of me, sort of, to the side of me. Now, which side do we want to use? I kind of like that hand. I do kind of like all of that. So let's use that. And I'll trim. Ooh, but if I use that hand, I can't wrap around. Is that going to be an issue? Now, when I say wrap around, I'm saying I would wrap this over the top to give it a little bit more security. And if I do that, I'm going to lose the hand. Let's use this side then. Not the end all be all, but just something to keep in mind for whatever pattern you are using. Okay, I think I need to kind of kick this in high gear now. Yeah, there we go. And about there. Okay, I'm going to cut maybe this as well. That's pretty busy. These are, again, the All Things Roses. I know you guys are getting a good look at how I'm using these papers in all sorts of different ways. Let's just use this one because it is fairly, a fairly kind of plainer background. Then we can add embellishments if we want, you know, if we want some fussy cuts on there, some labels. It's not too busy. So I think we'll try that. Who knows how it's going to go? Like I said, I'm doing this for the first time with you guys. Okay, so for the first one, I mean, they're fairly similar in size. And let's just mark this about here. I'm not doing exact measuring, I'm just, yeah, there it is. I thought I lost my line for a second there. I'm just, yeah, kind of eyeballing everything. Again, it does not have to be absolutely perfect, contrary to popular belief. All right, so this is going to cover this top flap part, and then I want that to fold over again just to give it a little bit more structure. I think that's good. And then I do want that kind of cut out. And Rachel created like a little template. I have some vellum that we could potentially make into a bit of a template for that window. I thought I had some vellum. Ah, bollocks. I have the scrap paper. Let's just use the scrap paper. So we want it to be kind of, let's move that over. Here and here. And then how far down do we go? Put that about there to about there. This probably doesn't make sense to you guys on how I'm doing this, but just some rough measuring. Just to get an idea of sizing. Maybe there, and then I mean, not exactly straight. good enough. Yes, good enough. And then I'm just actually going to use my corner rounder to fake this part here. I'll use the, yeah, let's use the large maybe. Is that about right? Yes, okay, there we go. It's a really crude template, but I think it'll work for the purposes that we need. Yeah, I mean, close enough. Yes, close enough. Okay. And then I just need to measure where to put this little template. Okay, so about here and here. Well, let's put this along there. And then just tracing it. And that just gives me an idea of where I need to cut if I want to have that window show, right? You don't have to, you can cover it absolutely completely. But I kind of like this. And now I kind of can't see my lines because I didn't push hard enough. Oy, the struggle. Didn't want it too dark that, you know, I can see it, but like, I need to see it. What am I trying to say here? Didn't want it too dark that it will show up if I don't cut it perfectly. Yeah, I think that's what I want to say. Okay, there we go. And we will cut like so. Again, you don't have to do the rounded corners. I just like to make things difficult for myself. I mean, that wasn't too bad. A little scrap for another day. So let's see, how did we do? That will go there. I mean, a little bit off, but I don't think the police are going to come, so we should be good. Okay. With what shall we glue it with, dear Liza? Dear Liza? Do we want to use Oohoo or art glitter? Art. I'm feeling art. So that is what we will do. Again, use your favorite adhesive, whatever makes you happy. Just kind of go around like so. And then we'll just put this on. We got some glue on the window. See, the nice thing is the background of this envelope and the color of the paper are fairly similar. I kind of want those lined up. No glue on the window there. That's all right. Okay. That is not bad. And then we'll just finish off gluing here. Keeping up with me? Does it make sense? Somewhat. Oh, that's got a bit of a wrinkle in it, but we'll just call it a character wrinkle. Maybe no one will notice. Okay. There is that. Now, Rachel didn't cover this, but I feel like I want to. I feel like it still needs, and I'm going to use this little scrap, yeah. I just think it might need just a little bit of protecting or help strengthening it. And you guys totally cannot see what I'm doing. So let's fold this in half. Try, and I want it to be even on both sides of the plastic window so that you can't see the blank on the other side. that makes sense. I mean, I could use washi tape too, really. But we have this paper, so why not use it? Cut off the rounded edges because we won't need those. And then just piece this together. Just like that. Okay. There. So yeah, I can't see any weight from that side and barely any from this side. I will have to cover that because it is going to flap up. Why? What's going on here? What did I do? Where's my fold? There it is. Whew. Okay, refold that. Okay, so that is the hardest part, is if you're doing that window right there, okay? The next thing I want to do is seal this side up. Now we can do that with glue, you can do it with paper. I'm going to be covering this whole thing with paper. I'm not worrying about this little bit of window right here. I'm going to cover that with paper. And then what I think I want to do, and again, you don't have to do it, but this is me kind of making it my own. I want to put a thumb notch in here because I just think that makes it easier for that pocket. So I think what I'll do is I'll just continue to cover these off camera because I showed you guys the hardest part, and then we'll come back and we'll finish decorating it together. I just, you know, I don't want to waste your time watching me cover this when it should make sense. So let me just, this was the hardest part. We're going to cover that, recreate the fold, right? Open it up. I'm going to cover the inside, doing the same method with my little template. I mean, I probably should have waited to cover this portion until I did this, but whatever, it's fine. Everything will be fine. It'll work out in the end. So again, just covering this, making sure I cover here, like this has got to get covered. So I'll probably, before I glue this down, I'll tuck some paper back down here and then cover this, making sure this is glued, and cut our notch, and then I'll come back and we'll finish it off. Okay, so hang tight, guys. Okay, so I have covered the envelopes. Just give you a quick look here. I did round the corners on the front here just because I kind of like that look. Do whatever you like. And yeah, so there is the inside of this one. I still need to glue the pocket down. Did my little thumb notch, did some inking, and then yeah, same thing on this one here. So let's go ahead and glue the pockets down. I did, you know, straighten the edges a little bit because, you know, I did cut them a little wonky, or the envelopes were wonky just because of the way that they were open. So just sealing up this pocket, not a big deal. Okay, so we've got that one. And it actually made it a lot easier to get, you know, the paper down in there as well. All right, let's get this guy all situated down here and here. I really like this kind of idea. I think it's a lot of fun in terms of being able to use, obviously, the papers from the All Things Roses kit. That's, you know, again, the more ephemera I can make for that, the easier my journal will be to put together, because I'll just have all the pieces. But again, you know, having a neutral piece to put in a future journal is also fun. So I did do whale tail tabs. I put them on some thicker cardstock and then cut them out as well. Papers from the All Things Roses kit. That one's going to go on here. And then this one, which way do we want this one to go? I think this way. And then this will go on here. Before I do this one though, I do have, not sure if you can see it here, but you know, it didn't cover all the way. I don't know if you guys can see that. So there's a little bit of white showing. It's hard for you guys to see. It's not terrible, but I do kind of want to, you know, clean that up a little bit. So I do have some twine. And I think what I'll do is I'll just run a bead of glue all the way around, and then I'm just going to put this twine around just to frame out that window and cover up some of that white that is showing. Totally not necessary, but at the same time, it'll make me feel better about the situation. So I'll just kind of unwind that a bit, just using art glitter glue. Hopefully this will work. You can use washi tape, other paper, just to give it a border. I thought the string might be a nice touch. Again, just another texture. Okay, gluing this around. I'm doing little bits at a time with the glue, only because art glitter glue does dry so quickly. Which again, it has its advantages and disadvantages. This, just really manipulating that around the frame. Seems to be working. And then down this side, oh, might have a little bit more glue than necessary, but it does dry clear. Well, I can smell that my husband is cooking dinner. Again, I'm filming this on Sunday, and he always does Sunday dinners, which is awesome. He just had his birthday too on, what day was it? Friday, which was nice. We had a quiet birthday for him. My daughter baked some cupcakes. My son baked a brownie cake, we'll call it. It's nice that my kids can, whoops, do those things now for their dad. You know, do something special for him. I don't have to necessarily worry about doing gifts for dad all by myself, if you know what I mean. Like, the kids can kind of come up with their own ideas on how they want to do something special for him, which is great. Okay, I think that looks cool. I like that. So let's go ahead and we're going to put this tab on. And again, this tab is just really to help lift it up. Again, you could put an eyelet in here. Maybe I'll do that, and maybe have like a charm or something hanging down. You can do Velcro, magnet, whatever. I'm just going to glue this down, and then I'll figure it out later. We'll figure it out later what exactly we want to do with that. Okay, so let's put, so I'm going to actually cover just a little bit where I joined the twine there. I think that'll be okay. Yeah, I think that looks all right. I'm not going to worry about doing the inside here. I mean, you're not going to be staring at it as much as you would on this side, right? If that makes sense. And then again, you know, your ephemera and whatever you want to put in here. Don't ask me what I'm going to put in here yet, because I haven't a clue. I'm just getting these made to have on hand. All right, there is the one done. Again, we can decorate it with some fussy cuts, maybe. Fussy cuts or labels. What do we have here? Let's see, anything overly interesting that we kind of want to put on here? Maybe that. Just to give it a little something something, an extra layer. I mean, you could put something tall on there. I just can't really recall off the top of my head what I have that might work. I've got a better idea for this one, for the All Things Roses one, obviously, because I've been working with that kit a little bit more. Okay, put that about there. And again, I can decorate this more for whatever journal it goes in. But there we go, we've got one done. I think that's super cute. I like it. Again, stick it on the page however you want. If you are having it as a floating pocket, you will want to cover the back as well. I'm going to glue it down to the page. And I may even glue it down actually with a side pocket here as well, just for an extra little bit of secret space to put stuff. Why not, right? So there is one. Okay. This one, I didn't have enough polka dot paper to do the whole thing, which is okay. I had some blank or plain pink paper that works, and then that just gives me greater opportunity to put some fussy cuts on here, which let's go ahead and pull those out somewhere. Where did I have? There they are. Ooh, just kind of a little bit across the room. And I see one that I kind of like. Yeah, and then of course, like there's all these like labels, and I mean, there's a ton of stuff. We've got words, and then all these fussy cuts, and then these as well. Yeah, there's just so much in this kit. Could decorate for days, I tell you, decorate for days. This is kind of cool. Ooh, maybe a word. Let's actually, I like that. What do we have? There's all different sizes of like word sentiments in here. Maybe we want to do that. Roses never tell. They show sweet fragrance, sweet scented roses, delicate rose, the beauty of a rose. Maybe we'll do that. Okay. Go ahead and do a little bit of inking along here, just because that is pretty stark white. I do use a bold white paper. And the reason why I do that is sometimes I want the brightness of the colors. If you want more muted colors, then go with like more of a off-white or cream paper. I just find it easier to dull down the brightness of an image than, you know, obviously trying to bump up the intensity of the color, right? You can always take it down with some ink. That's my logic anyways, but you do you. Okay. Just a little bit there. Okay, we'll glue him down. Don't know why I assume that this rose is a male rose, but it is in my mind. Oops, let's just put a little bit right there. Okay, and about there. Okay, I'm liking that. And then that's cool because it shows, the rose kind of shows through there. I mean, obviously, I could have done a little bit clearer thinking maybe and had more of a solid image under there, or like a thinner image, but I think this is okay. I like it. Okay, and I think I want to just knock off these pointy corners. Oh, got a little bit of white here. Yeah, just nipping the corners off just kind of takes the, I don't know, I think it looks harsh with the super pointed corners. So just ink, ink, ink. That'll help cover any of that white that I may still have. And we'll glue this down. I really like these. You know, again, you can totally use scrap papers to collage all over on here. You don't have to use brand new background papers or anything. If you have a ton of scraps you're looking to get rid of, this is a prime time. I am actually kind of thinking, do I want a little bit of lace down here before I put this on? And I think I kind of do. So let's just go with it. Trim that. That'll go there. and about here. And we'll use Fabri-Tac. Just like this, which now means I am going to have to use Fabri-Tac for the tab itself, just because this has the lace. I think this is the way we want it to go. Let's try and move this up so you guys can see. Again, you don't have to put a tab on. If you like it with just the lace, then just do the lace. But I think I want both, because I'm bougie like that. Maybe about there. Okay. Ugh, I hate it when the glue volcanoes out the top of the container. Draws my nuts. Ugh. Come on. Come on down. Should have left it on its side. And we'll put our pin in right away just so we don't get that volcanoing of glue. I think it's this way I want. Right about there. I am going to use a clip just to hold this. All right, what else do we want? I think we want something here, but I'm not exactly sure what. Let's take a look. Oh, we have these kind of tea card-like things. That's kind of cute. It's got kind of the same papers, but is that going to blend in too much? Eh. Not digging it. Ooh, what about these? Oh, I like that. Okay, I like that. What else does it need? I'm not so sure. Does it need something else? Just trying to look at what I've got laying around on my desk. This is just some of that napkin paper. Ooh, here's someone coming down. Wonder if dinner's ready. Okay, that is not sticking as much as I want. Nope, not liking that. What do I have that would work? I mean, book page always comes to mind. Is that what we want to use? Or a dictionary paper? Let's just try it. I do want to be a little cognizant of the words that I'm using. So I see book down here, so I'm just going to rip that. Borscht. I love borscht. Boss-eyed, squint-eyed, cross-eyed. I've never heard of boss-eyed before. What's on this side? Brass, break, breakaway. Okay, now we will just willy-nilly rip. And ink. Just think it needs something to anchor that label down just a bit. Maybe this way. I think that'll be okay. Do our label. Doesn't always have to make sense, right? Okay. Let's try that about there. Yeah, sure, why not? Might need something there. Might need a label or something there. We'll figure it out. Let's put that there. I kind of like borscht showing. Why not? Why not? Nope. What do we have? 4 labels. We could do a yellow one. Ooh, actually I like this one. Ooh, 2 pink on pink. 2 pink on pink. That's better. That's a big one. It's plain. I think I want some writing on it. Oh, here. This might be fun. I mean, that might cover our book and our borscht. That's too big. Ah, what do we have? We've got to have something that will work. That is just right. That's the same thing, a little smaller. Oh, here's another one. Yeah, maybe this. That still blends in a little too much though too, doesn't it? Grr. Grr, grr, grr. I think that, and once we ink it, it'll be fine. We're just gonna go with it. Ooh, actually, I just saw a ticket. Just saw a ticket in here. Maybe we need a ticket instead, or a snap. Oh, okay, I like that. Huzzah, we found something. Yeah, we got lots of little pieces in here. Okay, don't get distracted. Finish what you were doing. I'll ink it just to help set off the edges and cover up any shoddy, fussy cutting we may have done. I have glue and ink all over my fingernails. Ugh. Yeah, okay. It's happening. Oh, look, it's got my initials, CF. There we go. And there. So there is that one. Got some lifting here, so just adding some art glitter glue. Just, oops, it's just because of that lace I put underneath. It does have a bit of bulk. And because my clip isn't quite long enough, I am going to use a paper clip just to hold it with a little bit more pressure. Okay. Is there anything else we want to do on the inside? I mean, you could decorate along here if you want. I kind of like it like this because you can still write on here. It's plain enough that you could write too, and then have whatever you want to put in the pocket. Well, there we go. We managed to do, well, I managed to lose my pin. Yeah, so we managed to do our Margaret Miller Monday and Roxy's weekly challenge. We got it done. So, I mean, not too difficult of a project, and I think it's great because you can do them neutral, like this one. You know what, let's just quickly see what it would look like with an eyelet. I think I would really like an eyelet in that neutral one. This is not the one with my eyelets. Is this the one? Yes, this is the one. Let's open this bad boy. Look at these buttons. Aren't they so pretty? Oh, maybe I want to put some of these buttons in. Yes, I do. Not on this one in particular, or this, but I do want to pull out some of these rose ones. I'm just going to throw them in my little basket there. But yeah, dollar store. So cute. And you can do the same thing too. If you have buttons that you don't really like the pattern on them, you can actually decoupage or Mod Podge on some tissue paper, wrapping paper, napkin, just to change the look of them as well. Okay, I got distracted. What was I here for? An eyelet, and I think I want this kind of rose gold one. Yep, I like it a lot. Oh, it feels so good to be back in my craft space. The only problem is it's already Sunday and it's already almost the end of the day for me, so finish this project and then back at it for Monday. Back to work Monday, dance. All right, let's try to put this in here somewhat centered. Feel like maybe right there, so I'm going with it. And then twinge in the back. Okay, are these the ones that are too big for this hole? I think they are. Nope, we made it. Okay, now to change the setting to the bigger eyelet there, and this guy. Give it a crimp down. All right, let's take a look at this. Does that work? Yeah. Oh, I like that. I think that looks super cute. All right, you guys. I know I've gone over by a little titch, but it was fun. I'm glad that you guys hung out with me. I'm just grabbing my Margaret Miller Monday page just so we can do a quick recap of what we did. All right, so here is Margaret Miller Monday. You know, like I said, I come back to it and I think it's kind of cool. I think it's kind of fun. So there's that, and then our 2 pieces. I think I can take this off now. For Roxy's Weekly Challenge, these really cool little flip envelope pockets type of deal. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I appreciate each and every one of you so very much. Thanks for all the comments, well wishes, words of encouragement. I wish you all a fantastic rest of your day. And remember, P.S. I love you.